Hey folks, let's learn something new about the oil and gas industry. Today, oil and gas expert, 10 ways to become one. People reach out to me all the time and want to know how to become an oil and gas expert. And we're going to give you 10 ways to get you going. So before we get there though, the first thing is, why would you want to be an oil and gas expert? Well, the first reason is you command respect by your peers. You're seen as an authority figure. Number two, you have the ability to teach and train others, right? And then finally, because you're an expert, you command premium rates if you're in the consulting or business world. So there's 3 reasons why you might want to be an oil and gas expert. Let's get into the 10 ways to do it. So number 1, the first thing is you have to figure out what you're interested in. The oil and gas industry is enormous, and you can't be an expert in the entire industry. So you have to pick a niche that you have an interest in, and it's real important that you have an interest in it, because if you're trying to become an expert and you don't have a passion around it, you won't ever get there. You won't do the work required, you won't do the learning. So first thing is figure out what you're interested in. Next thing is micro specialize. You need to very niche yourself, right? Whether you want to be a completions expert, or you want to be a subsea expert, right? Or you want to be a refining expert, figure out what that niche is. It makes it easier for you, and it's also going to align better with what you're interested in. Then practice. Practice makes perfect. If you read Malcolm Gladwell's book, Outliners, he says it's about 10,000 hours of practice before you master a task, right? 10,000 hours. If you did it full time as a job, that's a little bit over 5 years. If you did it part time, it's 10 years before you can master it. But if you want to be an oil and gas expert, you have to practice, practice, practice. Then perpetual learning. This is one that we're a real big believer in. You never know it all, ever. If you're an expert, you're always learning. So perpetual learning. Then transparency. You'll see me do this on the show. You'll see me do it on the podcast. You'll see me do it in person. When I don't know something, I say I don't know. That's what an expert does, right? And it gives you a place to go learn something new. Then when you actually get the experience and the practice, and you have your niche, then you need to actually start making it happen. So write articles for news sites and publications. That's a good way to show your expertise, and it also helps you learn more because you have to do the research for the article that you write. Then write a book. Take one of your articles and do a deeper dive, especially if you have a problem solution type of book. That will be great. Once again, it will help you become an expert. Or you could also develop an e-course. Once again, showing your expertise. And then start speaking. Get out in public. A lot of people are afraid of this. I actually love to speak in public. And if you have trouble getting invited to be a speaker, follow somebody, right? Find somebody that's an expert that you follow and see if you can speak either before or after them, and reach out to them, and they'll probably be happy to help you start your speaking career. Then get interviewed. Get interviewed on radio shows or podcasts. Once again, if you're seen as an expert, people will want to interview you. And if you're having trouble getting on radio shows, start with podcasts. A lot of podcasts out there would be happy to interview you because they need good content. And then finally, build trust. Once you have that domain authority, once you have that expertise, once you spoke, once you wrote a book, you're now building trust with your audience, with the world out there, and you need to maintain that trust. So there you go, 10 ways to become an oil and gas expert. Hope this helped. We will see you next time.